Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. I need to watch. Come on, man. It was only 5 minutes late. That's not bad. Especially considering it was 6:45. I'm eating dinner, and Molly goes, "Aren't you supposed to be streaming tonight?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "It's 6:45." So considering that, I think I did pretty good. Anyhow, we got the draft is done, over with. That part of the year is in the books. Now we get to figure out if this stuff was any good. This was any good. And yes, I did steal the Tampa Bay Buccaneers graphic on the front and put myself on it. Because why not? That's my thumbnail, man. They can get mad at me if they want. What's up, Tom? Yeah, it's Molly's fault. 100%. All right, let me see. I'm trying to figure out. I'm thinking about we might look at some game film tonight of Ruben. There we go. All right. So if we decide to do that, we can do it. We shall see. We shall see. Kind of got a new setup stuff I'm trying to do here. Anyhow, that's not any of y'all's concern. What's up, B-Mock? What's up, man? How do you think about that draft? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I am interested. This has potential to be one of Jason Licht's best drafts. Potential. I say potential. But that's a high bar. Bunch of dogs, I know, right? All the guys we got in free agency, all the guys we've drafted, man, it looks like we are really going for some very aggressive guys. They may not be good, but they're aggressive, which is fine with me. That's what I want. That's what I want. Maybe that's Todd Bowles' thing. Every year he just like tries to mix it up or something. I don't know. I don't see it generally, but they were all best picks. Yeah, I'm the same way, B-Mock. I'm very happy with the attitude that they seem to be wanting to bring into the house. I like guys. I like tough football. I like smash mouth football. I do. I like guys who are nasty. It's like Damakong Su. I liked his attitude. JPP. I loved his attitude. Just guys like that. I just like. It was like Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp had an attitude, and when I first started watching the Buccaneers, I didn't like Warren Sapp. I thought he was too cocky, I guess. And I didn't like him until probably the year we won the Super Bowl is when I started going, this guy really knows how to play football. So, it was after the Green Bay hit when he laid out that offensive lineman and then went after the coach. The coach came out and got in his face and he got in the coach's face. That's when I was like, oh, he's not really like just talking crap. He's actually out there, putting his money where his mouth is at. That's what I like. I thought he was a BSer to start off with. Yeah, I didn't like, of all the guys on the team, Warren Sapp might have been my least favorite, as far as the big five that were on that team. But then over the years, you just really started to appreciate him, and he really had that dog in him. We had a lot of guys that had dog in them, even on offense. Keyshawn Johnson, he he was tough, man. That guy, he was a dog. Allstott, dog. Our whole offensive line, dogs. Tampa Bane. You still feeling good, Gotti? What'd you think about days 2, well, 3 and let me see. I streamed, I streamed round 2 and then got off. So days 3.5. What'd you think? How about our undrafted free agents, man? Excited about any of those guys? I know Tom was giving me updates on all the drafts. I went Saturday. We had commitment to go to a pickle fest in Mount Olive, North Carolina. Now, here's one of those things. This is one of those things where you can't get nothing by me, all right? We were leaving Pickle Fest, and we drove by a pickle factory, Mount Olive Pickle Factory. And I was like, oh, hey, look, there's a pickle factory. And I was like, Mount Olive, that's... And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh, we're in Mount Olive, North Carolina. They're having a pickle fest. It's because of Mount Olive pickles, and this is where they make them. I didn't realize any of that until we were on the way out. This is like going and seeing Marley and Me. Me and Molly went to see Marley and Me, and I hadn't read the book or anything. Apparently, everybody that went and saw the movie had read the book. I had never read the book. And I was just expecting a movie about a guy and his dog, you know. I was like, no. I didn't know it was going to be an old yeller. And I didn't realize that until about 3/4 through the movie. And I like grabbed hold of Molly and I looked at her and I said a little bit too loudly, I said, the dog's going to die. And she just started laughing. And a whole bunch of people around us started laughing because it was like, apparently I was the only one that didn't know the dog was going to die going into the movie. Can't get none by me, man. I'm telling you, steel trap. But yeah, so went to the Pickle Fest Saturday and didn't get to see the draft, man. I had my headphones in and I was listening to the picks. I wasn't listening to the picks. I was getting notifications for the picks. But yeah, I've got a new pair of headphones. I actually bought 2 of them. These things, they are bone conducting headphones, shocks. They go over like this, but they don't go in your ear. They sit, I'll show you. Yep. See, they sit in front like this. And so you can listen to them, but you can hear everything around you too. And it's great because, I got the kids and stuff like that during the day, and I can hear them when they're talking to me and stuff, but I could also be listening to a podcast or get my notifications through here or music. Generally music is what I'm listening to, but it's great. I go to the mall. I went to the Pickle Fest. I was just wearing these things. I'm just doing my own thing. These things are awesome, man. I recommend them. I've got so many pair of headphones for so many different things. I've got a pair of headphones that have pass-through technology, which are supposed to let you hear the outside stuff, but they just don't work that well. I mean, they work okay. I've got noise canceling and all that good stuff. And when I mow the grass or whatever, then I like the headphones to block out all the sound. And then when I'm watching movies, I like, the big old headset headphones. I've got these headphones here. These are open ear headphones. So it gives you a more natural sound because it's not like blocking everything else out. But then I got a pair of headphones that just block everything out. So I got a crap ton of headphones, but these are my new thing. I actually bought 2 pair of these. The first pair the first pair I got were the upgraded version, the one that just came out. And I didn't like it as much as the ones that I had tried out at Sam's Club, which were the version previously. And so I went and bought the ones at Sam's Club too. So now I got 2 pair. But it's pretty neat, man. The bone conducting is crazy. If you turn it up really loud, it like vibrates your whole skull and it tickles. It's funny. Anyhow, enough of what's going on with me. Yeah, so I wasn't able to do anything Saturday. Yeah, Tom was texting me what he thought we were going to pick and everything. He did a good job nailing it. Yeah, right. Yeah, B-Mock. That's right. That's right. I want to hear him fighting the older guys or the old teammates and get those guys all worked up. Yeah, Cody and Luke. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the way it should be. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I like it when the defense is not friends with the offense. You know, does that make sense? I mean, I don't want them to be like enemies, the team split up and everything. But I like it when the defensive guys have got that attitude, man. You know, they're like, you play offense. We're gonna jack you guys up. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Don't go into that movie expecting a happy ending. I guess the ending wasn't that bad, but just about any time you got a movie about a dog, I think the dog's always gonna die. I mean, dogs only lived, what, 7, 10 years anyhow. The Georgia linebacker. Yeah, I don't know anything about any of these guys except for Bain. Trotter, I like what I've heard about him, but I'm going to look at his game film. I'm gathering up game film for all these guys now and going to watch them. We got undrafted free agents too. We got to go over. But didn't do it. Supposed to be this one. Anybody got any thoughts on the undrafted free agents that we picked up? We got quite a few of them. Okay. Yeah, I like that picture. I thought it was pretty cool. So I was like, man, I'm going to swipe that and put it on use that as a thumbnail. So these are the guys we got. We got Ruben Bain Jr. in the first round, which is still amazing that he fell to us. It really is. And then you got who do we go? Joshua Trotter second. He is Jeremiah Trotter's son. That's wild. That's wild. During the draft, we were watching the camera they had in the house, and I was like, man, Jeremiah's gained some weight. He looks like an offensive lineman at this point. And then who do we go third? Keontae Scott. Then Ted Hurst, DeMonte Capehart. Was he one that I liked? I hope so. I had a defensive tackle that I liked. And I mentioned it during the live stream. But I can't remember who it was. I couldn't remember then. I don't remember now. And then I just happened to stumble upon it as I was going through my notes. I was like, oh yeah, it's that guy. That'd be awesome if it was him. I wanted to look this up earlier. What do y'all think about looking at some Bain tape? His college tape from last year. I queued it up. And I've got some stuff marked. I don't have notes on it, so we'll just run through it and see what we can see. All right, I got outside linebacker Ben Roberts. I've got number 20. Where'd he go? I was just now looking at it. Number 22 for Louisville, running back. And then, this is crazy. How in the world do I not have this? Anyhow. That's wild. Oh, and I had number 2 cornerback for Ohio State. He was good too. Did he go? Whoever he is. Need to look this stuff up. We still got David Walker. David Walker is going to be an interesting guy. We haven't seen him play yet. But in college, he was all over the place in the sense that he was lined up everywhere. He's the one I told you, lined up in coverage on wide receivers and ran man coverage against wide receivers. He was an edge guy. I was like, yeah, that's exactly why we picked him. And Bain, from the game film I've watched, he never went drop back in coverage at all, ever. Because he was in a 4-3 defense. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Third was Hurst. Okay, so it went Bain, Trotter, Hurst, Capehart. Yeah, he was a Mountaineer and then left to go to Missouri. So he pissed you off to go make other people happy. Yeah, so we got Reuben Bain Jr. was first, Joshua Trotter second, 46 overall. Dude, that was an awful high pick for him, I feel like. Especially for a guy that only had, but he only had like one full season or two college years. Ted Hurst, wide receiver, Georgia State, was third. Keontae Scott, number 4, pick 116 overall. Defensive back. He's DB. What's that mean? He can play safety or cornerback? DeMonte Capehart, Clemson. There was another guy from Clemson too, wasn't there? Peter Watson? Who went? Peter Woods. Yeah. So I watched Peter Woods and I didn't like him. He had a good motor, but just nothing special. So I probably got to see DeMonte Capehart, but I don't have any notes here, so he didn't stand out to me. We'll see. Billy Schroff, guard. That's good. From Notre Dame. Can't go wrong there, right? I watched a lot of Notre Dame film. Just seems like everybody that was designated to go in the first round ended up playing Notre Dame. Seemed like. And then Byers Sharp. Now this was was there a record set for tight ends? Because I think Sharp, he was like the 15th or 16th tight end picked, which means half the teams in the league picked a tight end this year. How many tight ends were picked? It was crazy. It seemed like tight ends were going to. Let's see. 9 tight ends were selected in the first 3 rounds. Yeah. The last time even 7 tight ends were selected this early was in the 1970s. Good grief. But total, how many tight ends total? $14. So interesting. So are these all that were drafted? That can't be right. Oh my gosh. Scared the crap out of me. What's up, Bucks fan? Hey, I'm sitting there reading. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Oh, this is prospect rankings. I want to know how many tight ends were drafted. Here we go. Position. I got it. I got it. Tight ends. All rounds. There we go. Okay. So Kenyon Sadiq was in the first. He was the first, and then Eli Stowers, and then Nate Burgerkircher, then Marlon Klein, Max Clare. Of course, the Rams would do that. They picked a quarterback in the first round. That's funny. And then a tight end in the second. And they've already got, they have what, 6 tight ends already or something? I know we looked it up. Sam Roosh, then Oscar Delp, and then Will Kakamarak, Eli Raridan, Matthew Hibner, good grief, Justin Jolly, Max Bredesen. Hey, I wonder if that's Bredesen's brother. Our guard, Bredesen. Tanner Koziel, Riley Noel. Why do they all have weird names or hard to pronounce names? Joe Royer, Josh Cuevas, Sidhu Trayer, Byers Sharp, Jack Injuries, Karen. Good grief, that's a lot. That's more than 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 tight ends were selected. 22 tight ends selected. Did anybody pick 2 tight ends? Yes, the Jaguars. Jaguars took a tight end in the 2nd round and then took another tight end in the 5th round. All right, who else? Did anybody else? Yep, Cleveland did, of course, in the 5th round and the 7th round. Man. And then Miami did. The Ravens did, and Miami did. What is going on? That's crazy. Man, there's going to be a lot of 12 and 13 formations next year. Jeez. Thanks, Rams. McVay. That's wild, man. What did I say? 20 tight ends? 22 tight ends? Is that what I said? Can't remember. Two Patrick Henrys, yeah. Yep. Okay, 22. Thank you. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of tight ends picked. And almost all of these people traded up to get the tight end. Man, we're going to see so much tight end play next year. Good grief. Remember when the Wildcat became a thing and everybody was doing that crap? That's what this reminds me of. Wow, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the 22 were trades. That is crazy. Trying to move up to get a tight end. That's wild. That is wild. So, is this going to be Jason Licht's best year of drafting? Now, he's getting a big leg up with Bain. Bain's got huge potential. You know, I mean, he dropped to us and it could be a boon or a bane to it could really help out. It could be like another, like Mike Evans on defense or whatever. But so many of these guys, like Bayer Sharp. I don't know anything about it. I never heard of them. So last year, I mean, we drafted like almost all starters last year. Egbuka, Morrison, Parrish, David Walker. He got hurt though. Elijah Roberts, he started, and Tej Johnson. All of those guys started last year, except for David Walker. Every single one of them. They started multiple games. And some of them, like Egbuka and Roberts and Morrison and Parrish, they actually won their jobs. Or, they were like designated starters from the beginning of the season. So that's a pretty hefty draft there. But again, you can't tell until years down the line. Year before that, we got Graham Barton, Chris Braswell. That was a bust. Tyke Smith, great pickup. Jalen McMillan, great pickup. Bucky Irving, great pickup. Elijah Klein. Devin Culp. Now, I like Devin Culp. I think Devin Culp's got a lot of potential. I think we're going to see a lot more of him this year. Year after that, or in 2023, Kalijah Cansey. Now, we just extended or picked up his 5th-year option today. Please, just stay healthy. You're not allowed to get injured again ever for the rest of your career while you're with the Bucs. I mean, you've had 4 years now, or 3 years. It's been 3. And every year you've been hurt, so stop. So Kalijah Cansey, Cody Mauch, that was it's okay. I mean, it started off shaky, but it's coming around. Yaya Diaby, Servase Dennis, Payne Durham. I really like Payne Durham now. Josh Hayes, Trey Palmer. Okay, that one wasn't the best draft, but Kalijah Cansey, Cody Mauch, Payne Durham. I think those 3 are going to be staples of this team for a while. 2022, Logan Hall, Luke Gedeke. There was a banger. Rashad White. No, Cade Otton. Jake Camarda. Who picks a kicker in the 4th? A punter even. It's not a kicker. It's a punter. Zion McCollum. Again, Kokeeft and Andre Anthony. Out of the league. Him and Camarda are both out of the league. So that one, you got Luke Gedeke and Cade Otton, Zion McCollum. You can say Kokeeft too, I guess, but he's not much of a contributor. Then 2021, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, Robert Hainsey, Kyle Trask, Jalen Darden. Remember him? I thought he was going to do something. KJ Britt, Chris Wilcox, and Grant Stewart. The best one out of that draft is Grant Stewart. And we got rid of him like immediately. After the first year, I think, right? Then 2020, Tristan Wirfs, banger. Winfield Jr., banger. Keyshawn Vaughn, out of the league. Tyler Johnson, don't know where he's at. Is he with us still? Khalil Davis, Chappelle Russell, Raymond Calais. So Tristan Wirfs, Anton Winfield Jr. 2019, Devin White, banger for a little while. Sean Murphy Bunting, Jamel Dean, Mike Edwards, Anthony Nelson, Matt Gay, Scotty Miller, Terry Buckner Jr. 2018, Vita Vea, Ronald Jones, MJ Stewart, Carlton Davis, Alex Kappa, Jordan Whitehead. He's out of the league now. Huh. Justin Watson, Jack Sitchie. That was a good draft there. Vita Vea, Carlton Davis, Alex Kappa, and Jordan Whitehead too for a year. In 2017, O.J. Howard, Justin Evans, Chris Godwin, bang, Kendall Beckwith, Jeremy McNichols, Stevie Tuiakalulu. So we got one going out of that one. Chris Godwin. Then 2016, we don't want to talk about it all. Vernon Hargraves III, Noah Spence, Robert Agoya. Boy, this was a bad one. Ryan Smith, Caleb Beninock. He was horrible. Devontae Bond and Danny Vitale. None of them are in the league anymore. 2015. Jameis Winston, Donovan Smith. Wow. Ali Marpet, Quan Alexander, Kenny Bell, Kalen Clay, Joey Iosifo. Jameis Winston is the only one left there. 2014, this was Jason Licht's first draft. Mike Evans, Austin Safarian Jenkins. Maybe he was the one that had the drinking problem. Charles Smith, Kadeem Edwards, Kevin Pamphil, Robert Heron. So one banger out of there. The rest of them kind of bleh. 2015, you got Ali Marpet. I can't put Donovan Smith as a good pick. So we're going to say you got one good one out of there. 2016, nobody. They all sucked. 2017, Chris Godwin. 2018, Vita Vea, Alex Kappa. No. Man, that's a tough one there. Jordan Whitehead, but only for a year or two. So we're just going to say Vita Vea. 2019, I don't like none of them. 2020, Tristan Wirfs, Winfield Jr. 2021, I liked Robert Hainsey, but I wouldn't call him a banger. 2022, Luke Gedeke, Kate Otten. You could say Zion McCollum, O'Keefe, but 2023, Kalijah Cansey, Cody Mock, Payne Durham. 2024, Bucky Irvin, Devin Culp, Jalen McMillan, Tyke Smith, Graham Barton. Like Graham Barton, man, he had a tough year last year. And 2025. So, okay, this has potential to be really good. Could definitely be in the top 3. Could definitely be in the top 3. It's going to be interesting. What's up, Bucks fam? Capehart could be really good. He needs condition training, but he has the skills and temperament to special. Excellent. Yes, I watched game film on Peter Woods, and so I probably watched a little bit of Capehart without even realizing it. He didn't really stand out to me, though. But I'm going to go back and watch game film on Capehart and see. I've heard good stuff about him, so I'm glad to hear that, Bucks fan. J.J. Roberts is back. Yes, that's right, Tom. Yeah, last year was so bad for injuries. Sharp comes from a quarterback background. That'll be interesting. Yeah, Bucks got tougher. That's the thing, man. We got guys with attitude now. Just about everybody we picked up on the draft has got an edge to them, and everybody we picked up in free agency has an edge to them. I love that. Anzalone, what's his name? Guy we get, the defensive tackle we got from Carolina, Robinson, what's his name? Anyhow, he's got an attitude. The Detroit edge guy, he's got an attitude. So I love that. I'm a big fan of that. I want the attitude. I don't care if you can't play good. Just go out there and punch somebody in the face. But we are definitely, without a doubt, crafting this team, especially the defense, to be tough, mean, and aggressive, which is fantastic. I have been complaining about that since 2022. So now it's time. Hopefully Bowles will not ruin them. Hopefully. Because he just doesn't have that aggressive mentality. And I think it's good that he's recognized that was an issue. We've only been saying it for years now, but your defense has got to be nasty. You got to be nasty. Like the perfect example is Gerald McCoy. Gerald McCoy was just a nice guy. He wasn't nasty on the field. He didn't play nasty. I'm not saying dirty. I'm just saying, aggressive, mean. You got to do that on defense. You just got to. It's how it works, So, when we replaced Gerald McCoy with Ndamukong Suh, we won a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that was the reason why, but it was an upgrade as far as I was concerned when it comes to attitude. But yeah, I love the direction we're going in defense. I really do. And it makes me wonder, last year Vita Vea, was it with 4 games left? It was either the Saints game or the Falcons game. He just kind of just threw his hands up and he was like, all right, he was just going to do his job from then on out. You could tell he was very, very aggravated. And Vita Vea is a monster. He's a beast. You will never, ever see Vita Vea shake an offensive guy's hand. I have watched so many kneel downs, and you'll see him kneel down. Guys will, shake each other's hands or whatever. Vita Vea never does it. He immediately turns around and puts his back to the offense. He just doesn't like offensive players. And that's how, to me, I love that attitude. Vita Vea is the kind of guy, he goes out there, he gets his teeth busted out and he smiles and laughs about it and continues playing. That's what we need. And I think he just gets so frustrated because he's one of the only few like genuinely tough guys out there, mean dogs. He's a dog. Man, I tell you, I got to do film from him in his first year. The way he was throwing guys around, I've never seen anything like that before. And it was fascinating to me. I mean, he was literally picking offensive linemen up and slamming them to the ground. And so now he's going to be surrounded by dogs like that. That's going to be fun, man. It's going to be good. No more Logan Halls. No more Tryon Shrinkas. Didn't Donovan Smith get called for holding in the Super Bowl? I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, run stop, I think we're not going to have an issue with at all. Last year, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't stop the run or the pass. And it looks like this might be a very smart move, seeing how the 22 tight ends were picked in this draft. Over half the teams picked tight ends this year. That's got to be a record. It's got to be. So that means there's going to be a lot of bigger guys on the field. So you're going to want more aggressive, bigger defense. So just the fact that we're going bigger and stronger is smart in that aspect. It looks like the league is shifting. We saw a shift a couple years ago where the running backs started becoming much more focused for the offense. And last year it kind of hurt us, I think, not having the big guys. We got the athletic guys. So I think we're going more power on defense, and that's going to be like the perfect timing, I think, with everybody shifting towards the 12 and 13 personnels, which means, a lot more run blocking, a lot more those big guys catching passes over the middle need to be tackled and all that good stuff. So smart move by Jason Licht and Todd Bowles, going heavy and aggressive. I like it. Safarian Jenkins. Okay, he's the one that had the drinking problem, right? Didn't he? He ended up, he went to the Jets, and I want to say after the first year, the second year, I might be totally wrong in this, he, right before the season started, he put himself in rehab. And I don't think he ever played again after that. Oh, you did take Ted Hurst? I don't know a thing about him. I'm going to have to watch some film on him. I'm excited about it. Tom volunteered to watch some film, take some off my plate, but I'm like, man, I got to watch the guys, I got to watch all of our guys. I do it every year. Hopefully this year I'll put some videos out on it. I made videos last year and just never posted them. I'm going to do it this year, though. Going to do it this year. It's Ted Hurst. What's up, B. Cole? David, what's up, man? Yeah. We need him to have a big chip on his shoulder. Same thing with Bain, the whole short arms narrative. I've been hearing it thrown around all over the place. I saw Falcons fans were posting it like almost immediately after we drafted him. Pictures of him with like T-Rex arms and stuff. I've seen a bunch of announcers commentators and stuff talking about his short arms and all this. When I watch the game film, I don't. I always go in. I don't want to know anything about these guys. I don't want to know how big they are, fast they are, strong they are, where they come from, whose cousin they are. Nothing. It's like watching a movie. I don't. When I go to watch a movie, I don't want to know the little I know. The less I know about it, the better. I don't want to hear anybody's opinion about it. I don't want to hear any reviews about it. I do like watching movie trailers, but that way you don't have any expectations. And when I watched Bane, I would never have guessed that he had short arms. But once people start talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, he's real aggressive with his first move. He comes in real strong against the tackles, and he does move up and down the line. But when he comes in, he doesn't like extend his arms. He comes in and gets kind of like a boxer. A boxer, when they're boxing somebody with good reach, they'll step into them and actually neutralize their reach by, getting close to them and boxing, real close to them. That's what Bane does. He pops in real quick, bam. And when everybody pointed out he had real short arms, I was like, oh, that makes sense why he would do that. Because it's one of the things I wrote down, that he's real aggressive getting to the tackle. So, yeah, I think we got a few guys with chips on their shoulders. And Trotter, I don't think he was expecting to go as high as he did. And I think he's very grateful for the Buccaneers, for doing them. And his dad played for us for, I think, a season. And I don't remember it. When was that? Yeah, one season, 2007. So that was with Gruden. He only played one game, 3 games. He only started one. Okay. He was good though. I remember him. I don't remember him playing with us, but. Oh man, I tell you what, Bucks fan, we were all sitting here on the live stream, like the whole second round. We came into the second round talking about Rodriguez, and we were like, "Can it happen? Can it happen?" We were looking at everybody and all their needs and all this, and I was like, "Man, he could drop to us. He could drop to us." And when Miami picked, or when Miami, it didn't even dawn on me that they were going to pick a linebacker. They have so many needs on that team. Linebackers like the least of their needs. I'm amazed. They didn't draft a quarterback, did they? They're going to go with Malik. That's crazy. But yeah, when Miami picked Rodriguez, we were all just like, because here was my plan. I wanted to draft Rodriguez, and then I wanted to draft Roberts next year, his teammate, number 13. That guy's good. So we could still draft him next year, but I thought it would be so cool to have those two together because they played so well together in college. They were like Bonnie and Clyde. 2 very different styles, but they worked so good together. And I was like, man, we got an opportunity to really do something special here. Miami, I'm gonna dislike them for a few years because of that. Oh, I haven't looked at Trotter's tape yet, man. I'm excited about that. He was never called for a penalty in the playoffs. Are you serious? I know the Chiefs fans were kind of pissed at him because he's still held while he was a Chief, but they didn't like him a whole lot after the first year. That was the Chiefs ref love. You know it was. Donovan Smith didn't learn nothing. Exactly. Yeah. The T-Rex was the most fierce. You don't need arms, right? As long as you got the big teeth. we need to look at Bane's teeth, see what that's all about. I'm anxious to see what Yaya is gonna do this year. I really, really liked his attitude at the end of last year when he was interviewed after our season was over. He was pissed, and he said he was basically going to take over his leadership of the team. He was like, I'm going to start being more vocal because he was pissed, and I really like that. I really like that. I see with Yaya, I think he's got potential, you know, uh, and hopefully these aggressive guys will bring it out in him, Braswell's a wash. Braswell's a wash. Uh, Walker, I'm excited to see what he can do. I think Walker, I really liked his game film just because I think he's absolutely perfect for Todd Bowles' defense. That's one of the things I worry about with Bain. He is not a match for Todd Bowles' defense. He played 4-3 in college. He never dropped in coverage, blah, blah, blah. And, he's really just get after the quarterback kind of guy. And Todd Bowles doesn't play that way. But I think they're going to carve out. I mean, they've got to, right? I mean, you take a guy like Bain and you put him on the team. You don't try to get Bain to fit your system as much as you go, all right, we're going to adjust some things and let you do your thing. They got to do that, right? I mean, Todd Bowles has never done that before, but I think he's going to with Bain. They know they're on the hot seat. Although I think Light has redeemed. I think he's not on the hot seat. He had to knock it out of the park with this draft, and I think he did. I think it was a lot of luck that we got Bain, but it was also a lot of patience on his part, man. I mean, we were all talking about, just let's trade down, in the second round, or let's trade up and all this kind. And we could have really messed it up. But he was very patient, and he was watching Bain the whole time, just like we all were. We kept going, why is Bain still on the board? But yeah, I'm not worried about the short arms thing at all, at all. As a matter of fact, I want to go back and look at all the guys in the NFL since they've been measuring arms, and do a list of the longest armed outside linebackers or edge guys, and see how many of those guys were actually any good. I guarantee you, like the top 10 longest armed guys never did anything in the NFL. It's just kind of one of those things, people get wrapped up in numbers so much. I'm not worried about it at all, though. Did you predict that Miami would take him? I want to say you did, Tom. I want to say you did. Yeah, he goes all up and down the defensive line. Bain does. He did in college. Yeah. Yeah, and he's good in tight spaces too. He's real good in a phone booth. He's better. He's better in a phone booth than he is in open field. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot. We got the other Miami guy. Yep, 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 yep. Keontae Scott. That's going to be interesting. Now he plays all over the place too, right? I mean, he's like a Tyke Smith type player. It's going to be interesting with Sharp, that tight end. I mean, we've already got 3 good tight ends that I consider good tight ends. He might end up a practice squad guy. I'm excited to watch the tape on that Notre Dame guard, man. I didn't watch any offensive lineman this year on tape. Yeah, half a step short on so many plays last year. Yeah, he really, really was. And it was like he just couldn't, he didn't have that uh that dog mentality, to get that half a step, where he's just gonna just do it. It seemed like he was always worried about being in position, losing position, the guy getting outside of him, all that stuff. So he was hesitant a little bit, I think, which caused him to, be a half a step behind a lot. I do think, man, if Yaya, I think if they get dog in him, if they unleash him, I think he could do something. I've seen some sparks in him where I've gone like, okay, he can do this. Well, hey, David, I'll take that too. Yeah, good deal. Bane's going to open up a lot of stuff for other guys. Yeah, yeah, that's what the good guys do, right? I mean, back when we had Sue and Vita and Shaq and JPP, those guys were always, you know, it was like if one didn't get you, the other one was going to because, he was going to flush you out into the arms of the other guy. It was like almost every sack was caused by somebody else. One of those four. One of my favorite clips of all time was when Ndamukong Suh comes through, and I want to say it was on Drew Brees. I want to say it was on Drew Brees. It might have been on Detroit quarterback. Can't remember. But anyhow, he goes to sack him and he slips and the quarterback kind of moves out of the way and he grabs him by the foot, but the quarterback's able to get out of it. And the quarterback makes like 2 steps and then gets clobbered by JPP and Vita both. Or no, JPP and somebody else just got clobbered. And Vita's laying on the ground, like outstretched, just watching it unfold. And Vita comes up and points at him and just starts laughing at him. And Sue rolls on his back and he starts laughing. It was like, you missed. But he caused the sack to happen. It's one of my favorite clips because him and Vita they just got along so good. And Vita just pointing at him and laughing, laying on the ground. I love it. Yeah. Cansey. I love me some Cansey. I just don't like his injuries. He's got to stop. Just can't. You've had it up. You've done enough. And I'm not blaming him, but we need a full year out of you, man. At least 15 games, right? 15 games from here on out, every season. Bam. We picked up his 5th-year option today, so very excited about that. You don't like Payne? Really? What is it you don't like about Payne? I think his blocking has gotten a lot better, and I think he runs good routes. Well, Miami needed a linebacker, yeah, but they had much bigger needs ahead of that. I thought they were just going to take. Did they get a quarterback? I gotta look that up and see. I thought for sure they were going to get a quarterback this year. And high, too. No, they did not. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. They're going to go with Malik Willis. Or Queen Ewers, one of the two. Whoever wins in training camp, I guess. That's wild. Or maybe they're, after the draft, they're going to try and pick somebody up. I did not think they were going to take Rodriguez. I know Cansey, Vita, and Bain with Yaya. What's up, Steven? Cansey, Vita, Bain, Yaya, and Walker. Wow. That could be fearsome, man. If they play with aggressive and attitude, we got something. I mean, Vita, we know. Cansey, we know. I mean, those two are pretty much unstoppable. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see Walker. I really want to see him out there, man. Because he fits Bowles' system to the T. You'd rather start Nelson over Yaya? We've done that before. Nelson just can't start, man. He just can't. I don't know what it is, but every time he gets the opportunity, he just does not play well. Maybe that's what he needs, Bucks fan. Yeah, maybe it's just he's never got anybody on the other side to help him. I mean, I think Yaya's got potential. I don't think he's a bust. But I'm tired of potential guys. I want guys to come in and just knock it out of the park. Man, Miami. Gosh, I'm so mad at them. I can't believe they didn't draft a quarterback. Oh, here we go. Let me see what they did. Now, they did start in the trenches with the offensive tackle. So that was smart. Then they went cornerback, linebacker, wide receiver, tight end, wide receiver, linebacker. Linebacker, good grief, 3 linebackers? Safety, wide receiver, tight end, guard, edge. How many picks did they have? Holy smokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Miami had 13 picks. I guess they need 13 picks after getting rid of their whole team. Good grief. So they went linebacker, tight end heavy. Pick 3 linebackers. Man. They picked pretty much one of everything except quarterback. The one thing I thought they were going to go after. That's insane. My daughter was asking me what this was right here. It's a bruise. I got it at the Pickle Fest. Yeah, Bucks fan. I do think we have some legit pass rush. You know, uh, I think we might create some trouble this year on the defensive front. It's about time. The first year they ran on Cansey, he got pushed out of the way, but the second year he built up that strength. He was a lot more solid, I thought, Tom. How many quarterbacks did get picked? Let's see. Let's see. Quarterbacks. How many quarterbacks got picked? Yeah, this was a very weak quarterback class. Oh my gosh. Only 10 total quarterbacks, y'all. 2 of them in the first round, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and then 3 in the seventh. Wow. Ooh, Texas Tech quarterback got taken by Patriots. That's crazy. The Rams picking a quarterback. That's surprising everybody. Like, oh man, there might be some problems over in Vegas or Los Angeles, LA. I don't know much about him, Bucks fam. Daniels? I mean, we're definitely set at quarterback. This guy's going to be, he's going to be a backup. You know, special teams guy probably, if he makes the roster. Let me get a list of our undrafted free agents. Those are always fun. We do pretty good with our. Ba-ba-bee-doo-doo-doo. Jalen Daniels, Kansas. Don't know a thing about him. Eric Rivers, wide receiver from Georgia Tech. Deshaun McKnight, defensive tackle from Arizona. Jacurious Conley. What a name. Jacurious. I am very curious about where he got his name from. Jack Pyburn, Edge, LSU. Aiden Laros, punter, Kentucky. Kenny Fletcher, tight end from Rutgers. Oh my gosh. Is Shiano still at Rutgers? I bet he is. Noah Short, wide receiver, Army. Aiden Garnes, cornerback, Arizona. Caden Fordham, linebacker, North Carolina State. Javen Wright, linebacker, Nebraska. Wesley Brown. There we go. Wesley Brown. Fresno State. Henry Lutovsky, Nebraska. He's an interior offensive lineman. Wesley Brown, long snapper. Jai Gil, long snapper. Jai Gilmore, cornerback, Georgia Tech. Paul Rubelt, offensive tackle, UCF. Josiah Green, Duke, defensive tackle. Oh, we got Chandler Morris, quarterback for Virginia. Bucks fan, what do you think of Daniels? Do you know anything about him? What about Chandler? I didn't know we picked up 2 quarterbacks. What's that all about? Huh. Muhammad, yeah. Yeah, no, I liked him. Remember, he's the one I said I like. That's a Detroit guy. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I really liked him. I watched his game film. He's a getter. He's got a motor on him. He's kind of mean. Oh man. The Dolphins would have taken Bain right in front of us. Yeah, we would have taken Sadiq probably. Yeah, yeah, we knew the Ravens were taking offensive linemen. We knew that. And that was like it was like we went through like the list of people who were, what they had to get, and the Ravens was one of the ones we were like, we know they're going for offensive linemen. Special teams, yeah. I tell you what, we're really shoring up our special teams. We got that new special teams coach. He's supposedly a dog from Steelers. And we got some guys in free agency who were like specifically special teams people. We got Gainwell, who we're paying $7 million to. That what just blows my mind. And he's a returner, and I think that's what we're going to use him as a returner. I'm pretty sure by week 4, he's going to be a third down back and our returner at $7 million a year. I think we're putting a lot into special teams because special teams cost us games last year. And we said that week 1. Week 1, we watched game film. We were like, oh, crap. This special teams is going to hurt us all year long. Sure enough, they did. But we had a couple games lost specifically by special teams. So I think they're Bowles it looks like he's trying to keep his job, guys, which is a good thing. I thought when I saw he hired his son as a defensive assistant, I was like, man, he's not even going to try this year. He's doing the nepotism thing, just bringing in his kids, and but he's recognized some problems and he's addressing them. We'll see if it works. I hope it does. I hope it does. I really do. You know, I mean, I give Bowles a hard time, and rightfully so. I think so, but I want him to succeed, man. You know, I don't call for people to be fired a lot. I want him to succeed. I want it to work out. Yeah, special teams. Special teams can't get much worse, though, right, Steve? But I do feel like it's been an emphasis. Or it's a lot of the guys I've seen we picked up in free agency are specifically special teams players. Oh, he's athletic, inconsistent. you're a, you're a sick dork, Gotti. Man, I haven't played Madden in like 3 years. I need to get back on. We should play together. What's your you got the latest Madden? All I've got is a PS4 though. I don't know if it'll play on there. What do you got? You got Xbox, PlayStation, Steam? What do you do? I think it was a good draft too, Steven. I think that Jason Licht saved his butt. I think he saved his butt. I was worried about free agency. I was like, man, he's not doing enough. He's not doing enough. And then with Bain dropping to us, I think it saved his job, man. I think it really did. Because I was saying he's got to knock it out of the park this year. And I think he did. I think he did. I think now it's up to Bowles. Bowles has got to work with these guys. He's got to make this work. And it's going to be interesting because, like I said, Bain is not a fit for Bowles or his system. And if he tries to fit Bain to his system, it's probably not going to work. But if he can, for the first time in his career, adjust his system to a player, he can make it work. We'll see, man. It seems to me like he wants to keep his job, which that's exciting. I like it. He's really changing his whole philosophy, I mean, he normally likes the athletic defense guys, and we didn't go that way this year. We did with a couple of guys, but generally we just got dogs. We got big, mean, aggressive guys, which is totally not Todd Bowles at all. So I'm excited, man. How many picks did Ravens have? Let me see. I was very surprised that the Dolphins had that many. One, two, three. Why do they do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They had 11 picks. Who had the most picks this year? I'm just going to ask AI. The Dolphins, yes, 13. Cleveland Browns. They got the Cleveland Browns second with 10 picks, and we just counted the Ravens with 11. AI is so stupid, man. The Rams only had 5 picks, and they picked a quarterback and a tight end with 2 of them. And how many tight ends did they have? I swear they already had 6 on their roster. Okay, they had 5. They had 5 tight ends on their roster, and they added a 6. That's hilarious. So they picked up a wide receiver, which we thought they were going to go wide receiver heavy because they need people. A right tackle, quarterback, tight end. Oh, and a nose tackle. They picked 1 defensive player, 4 offensive players, a quarterback, and a tight end. That's hilarious. They've got more tight ends than they do anybody else on the team, just about. They dang near got more tight ends than they do wide receivers. I don't know, man. But McVay is one of those coaches where he does stuff like this and you go, what a big dummy. And then it just ends out working out perfectly. He ends up changing the league with his crap. There you go. That's right, Gotti. Yeah, 25 years, man. I'd like to see it next year or this year. Hope he's a winning coach, Super Bowl winning coach this year as an assistant coach. Xbox? Okay. Who was it that does? Oh, it's Levante David does the same exact thing, Gotti. Levante David doesn't play online. He only does franchise mode. But he doesn't play Madden. He plays NCAA Madden. And he's like that too. He's like, I couldn't play online. I'd probably get whooped. I am so horrible. I actually almost got into a fight with a good friend of mine because, what's up, Zebra? Kate, what's up? I got a really good friend of mine. We used to play Madden just about every night. And I have a very bad habit of not paying attention to the clock and getting penalized for too much time. And he started laughing at me one time, and I was pissed anyhow. And then he started laughing at me and ribbing me about it, and I got really mad. I always felt bad about it. And I told him to basically go shove it. And it was really, because he's a really nice guy, man. You know, I mean, like, me and him have known each other for many, many years, and there's never been an ill word between us. And I went and acted like and he was just kind of like in shock. We finished that game, and he was just like, all right, I'm going to head off. I apologized to him later. But yeah, I'm a huge online game player. I love Call of Duty. Call of Duty I've been playing Call of Duty for so long. I used to keep spreadsheets with my kill death ratio and the amount of time. Just, you can ask Molly. I used to spend hours and hours every day. I wanted to be a professional Call of Duty player. I had the modified controllers and stuff. I was into it. I love playing Call of Duty. I love online games, playing against people, man. I just love it. I remember when Halo first came out, I got to Xbox and Halo, and I was blown away by it. I was like, oh, this was before online services, online connectivity. But somebody had figured it out, and there was a way that you could play other people online, but you had to go through your computer. And I did that. And I used to play people online on the first Halo game. They didn't even have network stuff, and I used to play people online. That was cool. I was addicted to it, man. Halo was amazing when it came out. That first Halo game was it was mind-blowing. I spent close to 100 hours playing Halo. I want to say in the first week it came out. Because I wasn't even like really playing for most of the time. I was just walking around looking at stuff. Jets have 3 number 1 picks next year. It ain't gonna help them. It don't matter. They could have 32 number 1 picks next year. It's not gonna help them until they're like the Browns, until they get new ownership. Kate, you happy? Man, I was so upset when my computer crashed. By the time I got back on, I was one, angry, and two, the stream it automatically stopped because it took me so long to get back online. I didn't even try to get back on after that. I was like, I'm too angry. I'll just end up getting on there and cussing people out. I was not a happy camper. I'm glad at least we got through the Bucks pick for that. I would have been really upset if my stuff would have gone down before the Buccaneers pick. Yeah, there was a couple of Call of Duty games that I just did not like. The jetpack, jumping around, the modern version stuff I don't like. I haven't picked up I've been playing the free version. It's ridiculous. I haven't bought a Call of Duty in years because I've just been playing the free to play. I really like it. Dude, Gotti, I played Halo. I mean, I just wore it to death, right? And then I stopped playing video games for a long time, quite a few years. And then I started hanging out with these guys, and we were at a party one night, and they were playing Halo 2 online. Now, mind you, I had played online with Halo, but never played like the official online Halo 2. And so I was like, yeah, I'll play. And I got destroyed. It was embarrassing, man. They were all like looking at me like, dude, what's wrong with you? At that point, I had never played like online officially, you know, Mine was the janky through a dial-up modem online crap. Basically, is the only online I'd ever played. So I was really embarrassed by that. I couldn't even. It was like I was like pointing up in the sky and stuff. It was very strange. But yeah, then I got into Call of Duty. I went through a very long period of just playing numerous different games. Uh, Bioshock. Um, God, what was that one? I had a I had a membership to a service. I can't remember what it was. Good grief. Where you could just rent games and I'd rent them and play them in my Xbox. Gosh, what was that? So anyhow, I was just playing games, here and there. And if I liked one, I'd go pick it up, buy it, and everything like that. And then I played Call of Duty. No, I saw the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 trailer, and I really liked it. It was the one with M&M's. And I was like, oh, that looks really good. And then there was all the controversy about the shooting civilians in the airport scene. And they were all like, so I was like, oh, I got to check this out. And I got it and started playing it. Immediately addicted to it. One of my favorite things about it was all the crap talking that was going on, in the lobbies and stuff. I tell you what, man, that was fun. It's not as fun now, the group chat stuff. Yeah, Jason Light killed it again. I'm happy for him. Uh, I'm excited about it. I really am, Zebra. I'm hoping we were just talking about that this defensive front is going to be as good as it looks on paper. If it is, we are finally going to have a monster front. Yeah, the first Halo, man, was just it was stupid good. I was blown away, completely blown away by it. I mean, the story, the sound. When the flood came, I mean, I was alone in my house. It was all dark. Was not expecting it at all. I mean, you had like little, there was like the soldiers who you'd looked and you saw, and you're like, man, what happened to them? You know, and then you were walking, all of a sudden those little things started coming out everywhere. I was not expecting that at all, and then it just got crazy afterwards. But the story was excellent, excellent. And then be able to drive around in the little uh, cars and stuff. I tell you what, and all the different weapons. It was a great game, great game. Yeah, I'm excited, man, and that's why I think Jason Light really knocked this out of the park because if if you were to take a temperature test of the fan base before the draft, it was cold. I mean, everybody was down. I was down. I was down. Everywhere, everybody I was talking to, they were just like, ugh, this year's going to suck. And then bam, like immediately, as soon as we picked Bane, we were in the chat. We all got excited. We're like, holy crap, we did it. This is incredible. It was like a gift. And now everybody in the Buccaneers fan base is excited. It happened like that. And that was Jason Light that did that. I mean, you could say it was luck, but you gotta give him the credit for it. Turning the fan base around that quick. Heck yeah. We've got that hopium now. We didn't have the hopium beforehand. He's like our drug dealer. Yeah, no, no, Kate. I was sitting here talking away and I was reading something on the screen and I went to scroll it and it wouldn't scroll. And I looked over at the video and the video was frozen. And I was like, what's going on here? And I tried, that's when I realized my computer had locked up. This computer had never locked up on me before since I got it last year. And, but I had a lot of stuff going on that night. And I, it took me a while. I don't know how long I'd been sitting here talking before it had froze. And It took me a while to figure out that it was frozen and that I had to reboot my computer. And this thing reboots are real slow. This is the slowest rebooting computer I've ever had, and I've done everything. It's notorious. These Dell workstation computers are notorious to not reboot real fast. And by the time I got it up and going, the stream had shut down. I kept yelling to Molly. I was like, "Molly, is the stream still up?" She was like, "Yeah." And YouTube doesn't. They need a thing to where if the stream goes down, you can like use your phone or something to be like, "Hey, I'm trying to get back on," or just stream with your phone. I could have done that, but you can't. If you start streaming with your phone, you got to stay streaming with that. If you start on your computer, you got to stay on your computer. YouTube is great, but they're also, I don't want to say, I don't say too many bad things about it, but there's some deficiencies there. Yeah, we just got to take it for granted that that the staff knows something that we don't with the Trotter pick. I think they're looking for dogs. I think he was more of a dog, and plus they know him and his dad and all that good stuff. So I think that played a large part in it. But I don't think it was a nepotism pick. I do think they've got faith that he's going to be what they're looking for. Which what they're looking for is dogs. They're looking for aggressive, strong, hard-hitting guys. PUBG is like, it's amazing at how long it's been around, and just the fan base is just probably one of the best fan bases out there. I never played PUBG a lot, but the guys I do know that play it, they're really cool, man. And it's like completely user supported, right? He's Devin White's replacement. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to watch some film on him. I have got the Bane film queued up. I was going to watch that tonight, but man, I've just been running my mouth. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff with Bane. Not too many bad plays. I don't have them. I've got 3 games here from 2025. Notre Dame, Louisville, and North Carolina State. I have to go through and put notes on these plays. I've got marks on them, but I don't know what they're marked for. Craig, what's up, man? Craig, let me ask you this. You got Hopium now, right? You excited? Somewhat? Oh man, Gotti. That's the best, isn't it? You are a nerd. You're a nerd. It is good to shut people down like that. That's funny. Yeah, I like Anzalone. Y'all, every time we played Detroit, I've sung his praises watching the game film. Like, that guy's just really good. I was very excited when we got him. It makes sense, though. He's the Levante David replacement. Trotter's the Devin White replacement. Have you seen any film on him, Gotti? Yeah, we were deflated with the Trotter pick, especially after the Bain pick. But I mean, what could you do? Anything was probably going to be a letdown from round one. That was very exciting. That round one was very exciting. But yeah, we were all like, Trotter, what? I mean, none of us had him on our radar at all. And I wonder if we would have picked Rodriguez over him. Could you imagine if Rodriguez was still on the board and we picked Trotter? Woo! I think that would have taken all the goodwill. It's probably a good thing Miami did take Rodriguez. Uh, you're still down, Kate? Come on. Come on. You're not going to partake of the hopium with us? There you go, Craig. You and Kate are on the same thing. Are y'all the same people? Y'all came in at the same time saying the same stuff. I've never met Kate in person. Craig, we've met in person. So technically, I've never seen y'all together at the same time. Y'all could be the same people. Ah, there we go. There we go, Craig. That's what I was looking for. Yes. I was like, please, please let Craig watch football this year. That's what I was hoping for. Hey, I got sent a thing because I'm a premium member with YouTube for NFL Sunday Ticket for, let me see. It was a very, very, I love Sunday Ticket, but it's pretty expensive. Let me get the price here. Got it. You going to do that service again this year, you think? The Seasons for You? I do it every year. And I'll do it this year, even if I get Sunday Ticket. $186 for Sunday Ticket this year. What do y'all think? Should I do it? NFL Sunday Ticket? It's not a bad price. That's without YouTube TV or anything. Straight up Sunday Ticket. 186. Yeah, I love that service, Gotti. I've had it for, man, ever since they started. So it's been over a decade easy. And I've never once had an issue with them, man. I mean, they're on, and anytime they do have like technical difficulties, they are on top of it, dude. I mean, they're serious about providing a good service there. So Kate's still getting that $5 NFL. You know what? Don't rub it in our face, man. Hey, very excited when this when these picks can play in a real defense. Ooh, that's funny. We're gonna watch some game film at Trotter, so uh, maybe we'll see something here that they saw. 186 is a good price. That's what I thought. Y'all do share the same birthday. That's right. You know, y'all the same people. Y'all two. Or y'all one. One person trying to be two people. Kate's probably sitting there going, what in the world are they talking about? Eh. So yeah, let me see. Man, I can hear my youngest down there screaming. Not my youngest, my middle daughter screaming down there. She's a handful. All right. Where was Bain at there? What was his number? Let me see. He is number 4. Gosh, he is just screaming down there. Right. So I think this is him right here. I've got this marked for some reason. I don't know if it's good. Oh, look at that. That was a nice move right there. That's number 9. This guy does a lot of blocking. I think he's a tight end. He's pretty good too. But watch this move Bain does on him. Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing. Just whoop. Oh, that's nice. Whoop. And they shut this play down. Some nice defense there. You about to jump off the bandwagon because Craig's my favorite? Hey, we go by seniority around here. Craig been around since the early podcast days. Hey, I'm actually very, very proud that Tom stuck with us after last season, man. I'm not gonna lie, I really expected, like, if you've been a fan of the Patriots for the past 20 years and Tom Brady and all that, to have to deal with last season, I'd really be rethinking my fandom. Yeah, he's stuck with us. Craig is very dapper. I would not be disappointed in Craig. Uh, who was it? Who was that one guy that was he came here with he was a Tom Brady follower too. Uh, and he was a moderator. Arthur? I can't remember. Anyhow, yeah, he bailed on us. Remember that? All right, let me see. Where is he at here? There we go. Let's see what we got. Again, I don't know what this play is. Let's see. Boom, nice. Nice dip there. He did not make the tackle, though. Look at his dip. Woo! Does he swipe too? Yeah, nice swipe. Look at that. Ow. Look at that angle, man. Good grief. Okay. Yep. He just knocks that arm right down. Boom. Good play. But then misses the tackle. Why does he miss? He tries to trip here, too. Look at this. Here's his leg. He swings that thing out. He's trying to trip that guy. That quarterback's lucky he picked his leg up right here. Bain was about to take it off. Bain calls that play for sure. Nice play. All right, where are we at? Bain's over here. What do we got? Trotter just turned 21. Yeah, so did Bain too, right? He just turned 21. Ooh, nice move. Nice move. Little outside in. right here. Woo! Look at that. Just that quick. I am going after your quarterback. They got the ball out quick. If he wouldn't have, though, Bane was right there. He was coming. Untouched. And a fumble recovered by Miami. Nice. Yeah, I probably got to get off here too. Go help Molly with this. Screaming kid downstairs. Where is Bane here? Looks like, is he up? Is he wide 9? Yeah, he's doing wide 9. See, I don't think he's as effective here as he is up in this mix. All right, let's see. He just shoulders that tackle. Boom. Oh, no, he headbutts him. Bam. Head right in the chest. Almost gets to the quarterback. If he had longer arms, he might could have knocked this ball down. Look, 18's coming too. What's the number of the guy? 19. No. 0. Okay, Scott was 0 last year. Yeah, we got to watch him. All right. We'll finish this up tomorrow, or start it tomorrow. This was kind of a feeling out there. Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. We can watch Scott too. See if he's on the field at the same time or as much. I don't see him out there now. That's not the sideline angle though, so. Hey, Gotti. All right, I got to get off here. Go do some parent and husband stuff. Can't spend my whole life with you people. You people. All right, I appreciate y'all hanging out, man. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Much more excited than I was Wednesday. I do. I have serious hope in him. I feel like, Jason Licht did a good job. He's going to keep his job. A good chance he will, anyhow, no matter what happens with Todd Bowles. I feel like Todd Bowles, and this was something I was worried about. I thought he was just going to write the year off, hiring his son and firing a bunch of people and just, blaming other people for it and all that good stuff. But it looks to me like he's serious. He's changing his approach to the game. I think he's realized that there's some deficits here, special teams being one. And, he went maybe a little overboard with changing it, but he's definitely putting a lot of effort into making special teams better. And he's completely changed his philosophy as to what type of player to draft and what we're looking for on defense as far as guys. So to me, it looks like he's realized, hey, I got to do something here. I want to keep my job. I want the Buccaneers to win. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited that we got Bane. I really am. It's like I didn't have him on that high on my board, but just the fact that it injected so much energy into the fan base, completely worth it to me. That's what makes it exciting for me. So, all right, guys. Al Bundy. Yeah, that's who it was. Al Bundy. What did I say? I was way off on that one. All right, Craig. Everybody, appreciate y'all hanging out. I'm going to go and we'll jump back on tomorrow and do some game film on these guys. So be here or don't be. I'm trying to think of something that would rhyme with here other than words that start with Q. All right. Till next time. Go Bucks.